Good day, London. Let's get real with Hobart Live on Fancy Radio. And you're welcome to today's discussion. We have someone in the room. I'm excited about the person because this is my sister in the studio, all the way from, should I say you're a global brand now, you're not just a Nigerian brand, with what we're seeing about you everywhere. I truly celebrate what you're doing. You're a pride to Nigeria here in the UK, and so it's a privilege to have you join us today. So we're going to go straight to our discussion for the day. Londo, I want you to get ready. There's someone in the studio that you want to listen to. Is a young Nigerian doing exploits globally. Get your cup of coffee, your cup of tea, and stay tuned. Let's go straight to today's discussion. As I don't want to introduce you. I would like you to introduce yourself to our listeners globally, the people listening to you across the United Kingdom and back home in Africa, Nigeria precisely, and also from Ghana, South Africa, and there are people also listening all the way from Asia. So I want you to just, who are you? Because there's so much about you there. Can you just tell us who Queen is?
Thank you so much, Fancy Radio, for having me. I'm truly grateful. My name is Nafisah, Queen Nafisah Abdullahi. I am a model and aspiring diplomat and the proud founder of the Ejura Charity Foundation.
Wow, that's lovely. Thanks for coming. I'd like to start from there. Can you talk to us about this Ejura Foundation, Charity Foundation? It seems to be something very big. From what I've carrying out my research about you, I noticed that this is something very, there's something very big going on in this foundation. Can you share with us what the foundation is all about and what you guys are doing at the moment?
Okay, so the Ejura Charity Foundation is very personal to me.
Okay.
Yes, I draw my inspiration from the legacies of my late parents. My late father, Alhaji Abdullahi Shaib, he was a Nigerian police officer and was particularly in the Nigerian presidency under Vice President Atiku Abubakar.
Okay.
Yes, and he was truly respected for his kindness, integrity, and his commitment to service. Unfortunately, he died when I was only about 3 years of age.
Wow.
Yes, but his leadership skills and his commitment to humanity service is what inspired me. And also my mother, Ejura, she is a carer and a part-time teacher. She is a true embodiment of charity. And I am Muslim, so Islamically we do charity, sadaqah.
Yeah.
So my mother always does sadaqah. Even when we were struggling, she always does sadaqah. And I keep asking, Mama, why do you keep doing sadaqah even when we don't have?
That's interesting. Typical African mother.
Yes. And then she advised me that charity is not about having so much. It's not having abundance, but willing to share from the little you have. And there was this particular time my mother adopted 2 orphans who had lost their parents in a motor accident. And then I asked her, Mom, you know we are struggling. How are we going to care for these new children you just brought to the house? And then she said, have you ever gone to bed hungry?
Wow.
And I said, no. She said, you see, these children need family. They need love and care. So basically, my inspiration about the Ejura Charity Foundation is from the legacies of my parents. And the most tragic thing is that I lost my beloved mother on my 13th year birthday.
Wow.
So waking up to my birthday so excited and getting the news of my mother passing on that same day really, made me want to do something so amazing, something inspiring and of, legacy for her. So that's the whole concept about the Ejura Charity Foundation, trying to continue the legacies of my, late parents.
Yeah, thank you for doing this. Actually, your parents are living on. That's the truth. Legacy, you are the legacy of their parents, and you're living what they would love to have done, and so they're doing that through you, and thank you for doing that. I want to talk about the educational impact, because you seems to be an octopus in a positive way. Octopus in the sense that your hands are into so many things and you're doing them well. It takes an octopus to be able to handle so many things and get it done. But I think it comes with the gift of being Ejura, your mother's child. Let's talk about your educational impact. How have your educational experiences in business management? I was looking at that. Computer science and mathematics. That is interesting. When I saw that, I was like, that's awesome. Okay. Because I, for one, my first degree is in physics. So, in the science, I get excited. I want to know more about them. So, computer science and mathematics influence your approach to leadership, philanthropy, and advocacy.
Okay, so basically, I've always been passionate about education. As a child, I knew that my ticket to success was education.
Okay.
So I've invested so much, so well in my education, and my diverse educational background from business management, computer science, and mathematics has really enhanced my skills in problem solving and analytical skills, and also technological knowledge, because I did study computer science and mathematics. So all of these are core skills I need to enhance my leadership skills.
I can see that it's helping you solve problems.
Yes, it's really helping me solve problems, having to divert from one thing to another, And also, I believe that education is a tool, a powerful tool for empowerment, and we cannot talk about empowerment without education. So, and I really do hope and pray to use my education and my knowledge to inspire others.
And I think that's part of what you do at the Edgeware Trust. I believe that helping people overcome poverty through education.
Yes.
Information is important.
Very important.
And especially for the African continent, people getting the right information to create words. And not just any information, strategic information.
Strategically.
And we see people acquiring information that is not productive. So I believe all you've said is very important for what you do. I want to ask, how do you implement this thing in your foundation, the education? I want you to talk to us about that. You spoke earlier about the foundation. Can you tell us components of the foundation and how your operations? I'd like to know that.
Okay, so the Ejira Charity Foundation, the theme for this charity is empowering communities through different empowerment programs. But at every levels of these empowerment programs, we try to put humanity first. And we have supported education, we have supported healthcare, medicals, community outreaches, advocacy for good governance. So basically, the Ejira Charity Foundation is here to serve humanity.
Young person giving so much, that is awesome. I believe that is why you love to be a diplomat. You want to be able to represent people, and I believe that. I strongly believe for you, diplomacy is a serious business.
Very serious.
Serious business. So I want you to talk to us about that. What inspired you to pursue a course in diplomacy? You've gone somewhere else again. It's like you can't stop learning. And that is beautiful. I love the fact that you're always improving yourself, and this is awesome. You can't be an effective leader if you're not learning, and so that is a proof of your leadership skill, your ability to want to learn. So well done. Now let's talk about your diplomacy aspirations. So what inspired you to pursue a course in diplomacy, and how do you see this complementing your future goal as a Nigerian diplomat?
Okay, well, as a child, I've always wanted to attain greatness and success, and also, impacting communities. But I never envisioned myself to be a diplomat. I just wanted to be something great. And after, graduating with first class in computer science and mathematics, tirelessly submitting CVs.
Are you trying to intimidate me? Come on, Ejira. Okay, I'm not intimidated. That's good. I love that. This is awesome. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So the thing is, after countlessly submitting CVs for employment opportunities, but I was denied due to nepotism and corruption in the Nigerian employment system, I became so frustrated. I didn't know what to do anymore. They tell you invest in your education, get a good degree, and you have the whole world. But now I can't get a job. So what am I going to do? At the moment of my desperation, guess what?
What? I'd like to hear.
I considered being a stripper.
Wow.
So I went to this strip club and they were auditioning for
back in Nigeria.
Back in Nigeria.
Okay.
I went to this strip club and I told them, okay, I want to audition for being a stripper. And the moment the owner of this club saw me, he just told me, nah, I don't want her. she does not have the kind of, I was so sad, I was so depressed, I was just crying, like, I couldn't get a proper job due to corruption, saying I'm happy, like, and now I couldn't get the stripping role because he says I don't look like the stripper or the kind of girl he wants. So at the moment of my, devastation and everything, I received a message from a Christian fellowship chat I follow on WhatsApp, and the message came as a girl in the Bible, a woman in the Bible, who was using her body to entertain the audience. Her family and communities had written her off, but God in turn used the same woman to bring honor to the community.
Wow.
And at that point, I felt that message was for me. I read it over and over again, and then I started crying, like, God, maybe you have something great for me, and I just didn't know. Okay, I'm sorry. I just started praying and stuff.
That's good.
So after many months, I woke up this particular morning, and I was feeling, quite a bit low. I saw my shelf. I have so many awards, achievements from organizations, communities, charities, trying to, like, Nafisah, keep doing what you're doing. And I asked myself, Nafi, why are you doing all these awards? And then something just whispered to me, I want to be a diplomat.
Wow.
And then I asked myself, what is diplomacy? So I had to, like, check online. And then I saw that everything about diplomacy is everything I've always wanted to be.
Yeah.
And then I said, okay, you know what, I'm going to pursue this diplomacy thing, because it's not just about me anymore. It is what God has directed me, what God has, guided me to. So I see...
Discover your purpose.
Yes,
that is good.
Yeah, so I discovered my purpose, which is diplomacy. And I've, tried to get, like, some skills in diplomacy, tried to get a course in diplomacy, global diplomacy by United Nations, and many others. And inshallah, my biggest dream is to earn the support of the Nigerian government and also the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to, support me maybe in an official role, and also to advocate for good governance, women and girls empowerment and everything, because diplomacy right now to me is not a career choice. I didn't choose it for myself. Although I had that victory, but I didn't know it was I didn't know it was diplomacy. So yeah, diplomacy is really God's given career to me, and I hope, I'm grateful to people who has invested, who has seen that passion and that potential in me, like Fancy Radio for inviting me here, so I'm truly grateful.
We're not going to wait for the Nigerian government to recognize you. We're going to activate things.
Hey, thank you so
And
much.
I think that is what we need to do, because Africa needs a positive representation globally, and what you're doing represent that. People need to hear the story of Africa from Africans. I meet people that when you speak, they are shocked to realize that you're from Nigeria, you're from Africa. Like, so do you think we sleep on trees or what back in Africa? So I want to thank you for what you're doing. The world needs to hear you. I think we're going to look outside this. We're going to talk after now, but I'll tell you the truth. Nigerian government will look for you. That's the truth. Just keep being productive, keep doing what you do, and keep representing humanity as it were, not just people of goodwill everywhere in the world. You're doing that right now. I want to encourage you to just keep doing that, and we're going to see what we can work with you. Fancy Radio is ready to work with people like you. We believe in empowering women, especially young ladies. You're a first class graduate, for God's sake. You've got the brain, and we're talking about you being a triple B, beautiful, brilliant, and blessed. That's who she is. So it's rare to have beautiful people that are brilliant, and not only that, thank God for helping you discover purpose. And there's so many young ladies out there, teenagers that will look up to people like you, and they will also discover purpose in what you do. So I want to thank you for taking this step.
Thank you
But
so much.
I'm on this now, and I believe Mr. Francis is listening to you. Thank God you met him already. We're going to see how we can get your voice out there. People need to see more of you out there so that this generation can be secured.
Thank you so much.
So let's talk about your diplomacy role here in the UK. That's very interesting. So you see, you started already. It's only going to get better.
Inshallah.
And so, who knows, maybe you become the ambassador for also Fancy Radio. And so, we're just going to see how it goes. And so let's look at Miss Nigeria UK. As an ambassador for Miss Nigeria UK, how do you use your platform to promote Nigerian culture, heritage, and the empowerment of women?
Well, as someone who has always been passionate about Nigeria, when I
Yeah.
got to the UK and I learned there's Miss Nigeria UK, of course I've had like previous experience in modeling, so I'm just like, yes, I'm just gonna, apply. And of course I see the Miss Nigeria UK platform as a platform that empowers Nigerian women in the UK, giving them a platform to showcase their talents, beauty, and everything that's all about them. So Miss Nigeria UK, or serving as an ambassador for Miss Nigeria UK right now, is basically showcasing the richness of Nigerian heritage to the world in the UK. The food, the music, the culture, the vibe, basically everything about Nigeria. But it's not just about showcasing, but it's about also lending our voices to causes that are really affecting Nigerian women. But then when we look about Nigerian women, it's not just Nigerian women, but it's a global issue.
Yeah.
So what I tend to do is to use my platform not just to showcase, but also to lend my voices on important causes that affect women, youth, and of course the community worldwide.
This is lovely. And let me give a free consult here. With what you're doing, I see you forming something like emerging African women entrepreneurs and leaders.
Thank
You can drive that because you become the platform. After the truth there, I hope the Nigerian embassy in the United Kingdom, they're on board. We're going to send this recording to them. And we're going to see her because we thank God for Mr. Fancy. He's got a lot of connections to the glory of God. We're going to see how we can work with people like you to help not just Nigerians but African women in the diaspora to set up where you have a platform where they can connect and grow together. We see that among other ethnic groups, yes. And they are so connected, they are united in purpose and vision. And that is lacking within the African community here in the United Kingdom. We have people, the Nigerians doing their thing, the African, that is what, if you talked about Mr. Fancy, you see he's doing a lot in that area. Nice. You're going to get to know about the award, the APRA award. That is the main reason for the APRA award. Nice. God has been using Fancy Radio and Fancy TV to connect the Africans in the United Kingdom and also those back home to see how we can have a united platform. And that is why I believe Fancy Radio and Fancy TV want to partner with someone like you. I believe you can be a voice for emerging African women and leaders and entrepreneurs. So don't give up on that dream. And Fancy Radio, Fancy TV will help you. We'll work with you because it's all about, it's the success for everyone. So thank you, Adriel. Really. You are the Nafisah, your mother is Adriel. So I don't know why I just keep holding on to that.
No, it's fine. That's part of the plan to keep the name going so you can call me. People call me Adriel actually, so it's cool.
Okay. So thanks, Queen Nafisah Adriel. So we go there. And so we'll talk about your advocacy with United Nations Women UK. This is important. Now, what key changes would you like to see in the areas of women's rights and youth empowerment? And I have a reason for saying this. In Africa, we have a lot of bias and limitations that prevent women from attaining their full potential. And funny enough, I discovered that it's also here in the UK. It's not just an African thing. Women tend to struggle for this everywhere. So, talking about your relationship with the United Nations Women UK, so what key changes would you like to see in the areas of women's rights and youth empowerment? And how does your work with UN Women UK contribute to these goals?
Well, being recognized by United Nations Women UK is quite like a big dream come true for me. And through my advocacy work, one important thing I would like to see is change. Like, it's not just about talking, but now actionable change. Like, we want to see action. And I like to see a world where women, youth, girls, and the whole community, everybody has like equal opportunities to work, employment, empowerment, and different things. We want to see I personally want to see that women all over the world have equal opportunities to work, because financial instability is something many women face, but they are very quiet about it. So I want to see a world whereby everyone has opportunities, irrespective of gender, irrespective of age or background or your circumstances or where you come from. And one important thing is, after seeing that my values, my visions aligns with the Nigerian High Commission, I did approach them for any opportunities they might have, either part-time, either just a support role, just anything. But I met the same thing, systemic failure. So it's not just about Nigeria, it's about all Nigerian system in the UK or all over the world. And it's not just about Nigerians right now, it's about everybody. And there's something the acting commissioner told me. He advised me to go and get married and get a man to cater for me.
Wow.
Yes, I see that, or I took that as a very light joke, but this is what we at the United Nations are fighting for. Gender equality. Don't tell a girl or don't tell a woman to go and get married. Marriage is for companionship and it's not a means of empowerment.
Yeah.
I am here because I believe that my values and my visions aligns with the, commission. And as someone who is passionate about Nigeria, I want to see how I can contribute, how I can get, support. And you are telling me to go and get married. So many things like that. Although, like I said, I take it as a very light joke. But this light joke is what is affecting many women
the
everywhere.
truth is this, I stand with you. Marriage itself is not a success story. It's a beautiful thing to get married.
Sure.
Without saying, I'm not against marriage, I believe in marriage. But the truth is that itself is not a success story. You for God's sake, you graduated with a first class in computer and mathematics. There's a reason why you were born.
Thank you.
And so you're a blessing to humanity, and we're not going to let... Fine, if the right man comes, so be it. But you're not going to limit yourself with those stereotypes. It's not... Don't permit it. So don't apologize for that. And don't permit anyone to do that to you. Well, we've seen, and today we have children going to the university, and the next thing they are thinking about is a man, as if the marriage is the gateway out of poverty. No. Education is the gateway out of poverty. Getting our daughters educated and empowering them, and that is what you're doing. So let's go to the next thing. So I just want to encourage you, challenges and resilience. I know you've got to fight some difficulties. Talk to us about that. Being an orphan is tough. Being an orphan and navigating significant responsibilities. What challenges have you faced and what keeps you motivated to push forward?
Well, although I really do not like to be referred to as an orphan or less privileged, but then I have learned to love myself and accept myself, and yes, being an orphan is very challenging, very challenging. Is something that I would not wish to anyone. So I have really suffered basically numerous things, from molestation to homelessness to injustice in the Nigerian employment system, to I've also escaped like some life-threatening issues like being almost used for money rituals, kidnapping, insecurities. So basically all of these things are just what an orphan face. Basically you are outside to the world. You don't have like any parental control or any parental love. But then I have learned to be determined, and one thing that keeps me going is my faith.
Okay.
Yes, one thing that keeps me going is my faith, and of course the legacies my late parents lived. And there's something my mother told me while I was very young. She knew that I was this passionate child of hers. Nafisah always wanted to do great stuff, but then she kept reminding me, Nafi, no matter what you become, please don't forget where you come from.
Yeah.
That line, don't forget where you come from. So it always guided me. So yes, being an orphan has been very challenging. And I would like to send a message to anyone out there who is working in my similar path. Never give up on your dreams, and don't allow the labels of, oh, she's an orphan, to get to you. Just keep believing in yourself and embracing your journey, and knowing that God is saving you for a greater purpose. Because I'm a Muslim, and Islamically we have this thing of saying that Allah has a reason for everything. So He made you an orphan because He wanted to use you. So yeah.
Right. Nafisah, really, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
I want to really thank God for how far you've come. So let's talk about your Young Achiever recognition. winning the Universal Peace Federation UK Young Achievers Award. That's a big thing.
Thank you.
That's a big one. And really celebrate you for that's a big milestone. How did it feel receiving such an award?
It feels like a dream come true.
Okay.
You know, this young girl in the village always dreaming of wanting to do big things and, you know, internationalizing and having these big dreams of meeting, you know, foreigners. When I got to the UK for my master's, I was looking for an organization that aligns with my values. And when I reached out to Universal Peace Federation, they just called me like, hey, come. Nobody asked me where I came from, my religion, my tribe and stuff. So getting that recognition is just like a dream come true, and knowing that all the opportunities that I've always dreamt of, all the opportunities that I was denied in my home country, these people just gave me without even wanting anything in return. So honestly, I feel like, yeah, it's a dream come true. And Universal Peace Federation, I want to say a very big thank you to you if you are listening to this right now. Margaret Ali, Robin Marsh, and everybody in the Universal Peace Federation. I want to say a very big thank you for amplifying young voices like mine and giving me an opportunity, a platform to showcase what is inside of me. I'm really grateful.
And I also want to thank them for doing this because yeah, and probably nobody would have got to hear your voice. And so we thank God for organizations like them out there and that believe in people like you and create platform for people like you. So I join my voice in appreciating them. And so I want to talk about your community engagement. I want you to share with us some of the most impactful projects the Ejura Foundation has undertaken, particularly in education, medical outreach, and leadership. Because in looking at what you've done, I see these three very pivotal direction and education, medical outreach, and then leadership initiatives. So can you share with us?
Okay, so like I said, education is a tool for empowerment, and as someone who's been so passionate about education, I try to support educational initiatives in Nigeria, like giving scholarships or giving them an avenue for them to debate within themselves to see, to share ideas. And we've been able to support with writing materials, just something to keep them going and believing that yes, education is the key. And through the medical outreaches, we've been able to create a community medical outreach where we test individuals of any sickness that might be in their body, and see how we can support them with drugs and stuff. And also leadership, like I said, my father was a leader, and everybody in the Nigerian presidency can really testify to my father's leadership. But I am not here trying to put all my hope on my father, who is late now. I am here building my own legacy and trying to get inspiration from his own leadership. So yes, I'm trying to put all of these things. And yeah, I think I am born a leader. That's just what
I without any shadow of doubt, you're born a leader and you develop leadership, and you're doing it so great because you've gone through difficult times and you've tried to raise yourself up. Leaders are not looking for self-pity. They just know that I'm supposed to be there encouraging others, so they just get up and I've got to do this. And that is what you're doing.
Thank you
and
so
that is why I want to thank you. And I believe the First Lady will get to watch this video. And Madam First Lady, you need to reach out to Ejura. And then we'll talk about Honorable Abike Dabiri, the diaspora Nigerian, also just thinking a lot, people you can collaborate with to get this message out there. Because this is not about political parties, it's about helping the community. And I think she will want to collaborate with someone like you. And we'll see how we can work and then probably send videos like this to people like her, that you can reach out to you and see what people can do for the community back home.
Thank you.
Now let's talk about role modeling. Modeling as a role of model, you did modeling and it shows all over you that you love to dress well, you love to look good, and it's exciting that it's not distracting you from still being extremely intelligent. That's lovely. Now, modeling has been a powerful tool in your advocacy. How do you balance creativity in fashion with the serious causes you champion? And what message do you have to convey through your modeling work?
Thank you for that question. Modeling to me is something that I think it's inbuilt.
Okay.
Since a child, I've always loved modeling, and I got to represent my class in primary 4 to be the queen of Blue House in 2008.
Okay.
So my teacher called me and said, Nafisah, your name is Queen. Your middle name is Queen. Okay, come and act your name. Come and act the queen of, the entire household. So from there, I knew that there was something about me, about modeling too. And I've always loved to watch modeling on TVs and everything. But now, growing, I tend to like bring that dream into reality, going for beauty pageants, going for runways, commercials, and every kind of modeling. But now, modeling has gone beyond just fashion to me.
Yeah.
After reflecting on my journey so far, and I started saying, hey, God, did you know that I started modeling from primary 4 until today I'm still a model. And many young girls see me today, Nafisah, I want to be like you.
Wow.
And I say, you really want to be like me? Oh, I pray you be something more than me. Now I start to ask myself, Nafisah, they want to be like you, but what kind of image are you portraying out there? So basically, I just want to be a good role model, and there are many women who are Islam, who are Muslims, and they are still models. We have Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and many other people who fought for Islam, and they are still models, but not just models, but good role models. So good role models are people you can really emulate from. So yes, I see modeling as my calling, and I've always been representing from a very young age.
Wow.
Representation is modeling. So you're not just modeling, but representing yourself, your family, where you come from.
Important. Thanks for doing that. So when you talk about your future vision, talk to us about that. What do you see happening in the next few from today? Because listening to you, I see a lot, even fancy TV and radio can do with you. Because I believe in a greater Africa, United Africa. I believe the United Kingdom will be better off with a well-organized Africa. I believe in collaboration within the Commonwealth nation. So and people like you will play a very important role in doing this, because you have seen the best from both worlds, and you have been there in Africa, you're here now in the UK. So the fusion between the United Kingdom and Africa is lucky, but I'll tell you the truth, that would be the greatest thing that can ever happen for both nations, both continents, Africa and Europe, with Nigeria and the United Kingdom driving the pace. So what do you see happening in the future, looking ahead? What are your aspirations for your career, advocacy and humanitarian efforts? And how can the global community support your vision?
Well, my aspirations for the future start from today. Everything I've always been doing today is what I've always been doing since childhood. So basically, it's growing into that. I hope to get international support, local support, collaborations, partnerships, just meeting people that aligns with my values, and so we can create an impactful future where our young children or our young siblings feel so safe and aware of the insecurities and everything happening. So basically, I won't say about the future, because the future only belongs to Allah. But inshallah, I hope to grow into what God has made me to be, grow in influence, grow in basically everything, and of course being able to impact many people globally. I want people to be in different parts of the world and say, there's this lady I met, her name is Nafisah, even without even meeting in person. So that's just
because what we do here on Fancy Radio, the reason for this program, let's get it really, so bring people to share their vision here, so that there's room for partnership, collaboration, a transformative agent. Become a transformational agent to the world. People look at your story and they say, if Nafisah can do this, I can do the same.
Yes.
And that is the reason for this. So it also enables you to promote your brand, and people need to know you exist. And so we're going to work with you in line with the purpose of this program. We've heard you, and believe so many people out there have heard you for the very first time, and they realize, so there's a queen like this out there. And I believe there's so much we can work out for the good of humanity. I look forward to working with you and to see how we can take this to the next level. There are just thoughts coming up and thinking about just discussing with you. I can see so many things we can work together to get done for the good of humanity. Even back home in Nigeria. So thank you for coming. Do you have something you would like to say before we close? I'd like you to speak to the people listening to you. And I want everyone to understand, but before you go, I also want to give your contact in case people need to reach you. For those of you that want to replay this interview, all you need to go to find and go to your YouTube channel, fancytv.com. You get there, you're going to see that on you watch this video time and time again, and you get to know more about Queen Nafisah. So we encourage you to do that. But Queen Nafisah, you have 1 minute to speak to everybody in the world. You're a diplomat, is that not? So let's make it true.
Well, I want you all to, be very compassionate. I want you to give someone an opportunity. It might be that the person with the brightest star has been outside this whole time, raining on him or her.
Yeah.
So please take that person in, give that person a chance, and let that person showcase whatever is in him or her. And also, I want you to know that you need to believe in yourself before anyone else. The whole world might be like, oh, your dreams are too big for you to achieve. But that thing that keeps ringing in your head that you can achieve it, trust me, you can achieve it. But don't forget to pray. If you are a Christian, Muslim, or whatever faith you believe in, your faith is what makes you human. So please continue to believe in your faith, continue to believe in your journey. And I am rooting for you. I believe in you. So yes. Up. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Queen Nafisah Abdullahi. We are so glad to have you. I've learned a lot and I'm so proud of you. And I want to thank everyone for being part of today's program. We look forward to your comments. We encourage you to share this video, like the video, visit our YouTube channel, like, comment, and share the video. People need to know our sister, Queen Nafisah Abdullahi. She's a wonder in the making, and we look forward to also having you do something with us back home in Nigeria, even here in the UK. You have a great day, and thanks again for coming. I want all of you out there, just ensure you stay safe and stay warm.